Are those fish getting a little too handsy?
Also, that is another thing I've been noticing about like watching the Worst Cooks thing. A lot of people have this weird fear of cooking fish, like touching it and messing with it.
The fear of it? Well, I mean, yeah,
Well, it's in there, and it's like, oh, here's a fish. No, no, it freaks me out. It's like, why the hell would the fish freak you out?
Yeah, that's weird.
Or people's disgust whenever you tell them, if you're making shrimp, you gotta take the,
You have to take the poo out.
yeah, you gotta take the digestive tract out.
If it's full, anyway. Which is like 50-50 chance.
Yeah, it's still like, you gotta cut it open and check and remove any.
Well, you can usually just see, like, because it's transparent, right?
Yeah.
If it's got a little brown line down its back, take that line away, because that's poo.
Like, there's some that are like, I'm a mom. It's not worse than my son's poo. I can deal with this. It's like, okay, that's fine. Others, oh, that's disgusting. Ew, ew, ew. And it's like, what? Why are you freaked out by this?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. People are weird.
Then again, I saw a man try and grill grilled cheese on a griddle before.
Griddle, huh? That's gonna get real smoky.
Yeah, because like they're supposed to be making burgers, but it's like, oh, I'm a vegetarian. It's like, all right, well, the chefs are supposed to be teaching him. All right, well, you can like grind up or make some like potato or mushrooms into a burger style thing. Do some of these veggies, stuff like that. You know, the options. He decides he's just gonna try and make a grilled cheese, and instead of making a normal grilled cheese, he tries to grill the cheese on.
So how long did it take for some of the cheese to drip in and catch fire and fill the kitchen with smoke?
It was the electric style like griddle, so it didn't do that. But it's just like it started burning. Yeah, there's no fire at least.
Well, it's not as bad as it could have been, but still.
But it was pretty dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I can see doing that in a frying pan, but not a griddle.
Caw.
Actually, you know what I've been having the urge to make again? I haven't done in a while. Is you ever have Gazpacho?
No, I've heard of it and been wanting to try it.
It's really good, actually.
I think I saw Alton Brown make it. So
first time I made it was an assignment of mine in the college.
Mm-hmm.
I was going there like during one of the classes where we would have like I told you about the class where we supplied lunches for the restaurant.
No, you didn't.
No?
Nope.
Okay. In the second semester at the college, we had a class called Food Practical. Now, in the first semester, we had a course called Food Demonstration, where we would have things assigned to us. We'd cook them, and then we'd package them up, and they'd go to the cafe to be sold.
Okay.
So, like, they'd go into like a fridge, and people would buy them later after we've portioned them out, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Food Practical was different because there was a restaurant on the edge of campus called Restaurant International. It was actually like a pretty high-end type restaurant. Sort of fancy-ish thing. Like one of those kinds of places where you can order, like, it's encouraged for you to order your appetizer, entree, and dessert all at once. You know those types of places?
Yeah.
And all the food made there was made by students as well. Oh shit, I didn't realize I was bleeding. My turn to die. Anyway, so everything, actually, Everything there except for the management was students. The wait staff was students, and the kitchen staff was all students. Overseen by the chef, of course.
I'm having some severe lag over here.
I had a lag moment when I died. For some reason, the respawn process is laggy.
Yeah, well, it's one of those that right now is like I was trying to kill one thing and it just kept shooting to the left instead of where I was aiming. Anyways, you're saying? Sorry.
So yeah, so the food practical class is the class that was the people that would cook for the restaurant. And it would go in sort of in like shifts essentially. So for example, my class was lunches on Wednesday. And another class would do the other times, right?
Okay.
So during that class, basically, they changed the menu every week. And then, because this is for the purposes of instruction, right?
Yeah.
So every week the chef would make up a menu and assign one or two of the dishes to each of the students.
Hold on there. We've got the giant...
Generally, if you were doing an entree, you'd probably only have one assignment, but if you were doing like a starter, like an appetizer,
We
you
sent a
probably
scouting party.
you might
out
have
to the
two,
Athenians.
depending how simple it was, like a soup and a salad or something maybe.
Yeah.
Or if there was enough people in the class, maybe they didn't have to do that as much, but... And then, of course, if you finished what you're doing ahead of time, you could just help somebody else with theirs. So it was divided up into... It was basically a 9 hours a week class, and it was divided between a prep day and I guess you'd call it a live day. So on Tuesdays we would come in for 3 hours and do prep work. So like whatever we're cooking, get your stuff portioned out, cut up, whatever, get it ready.
Yeah.
And then you'd come back on Wednesday. We'd come back on Wednesday and we would start 3 hours before the actual time that the restaurant opened for service.
Yeah, plenty of prep time and stuff like that.
Do our cooking. And then the other 3 hours of the class were the time that service was actually happening. So we'd have our food ready. We'd be hanging out in the kitchen waiting for orders to come in. And then when the orders come in, we would have to put whatever finishing touches on things might be necessary and plate them up and all that stuff. And then wait for the student servers to come in and get it. That sort of stuff. Like the line cooking work.
Yeah.
So
pretty basic sounding stuff, so yeah.
What?
Pretty basic sounding stuff so far.
Yeah, like this is like the first, baby's first working in an actual live kitchen class.
Yeah.
So 1 week, my assignment was Gazpacho. And I was really surprised by it because I always assumed, I knew it was a soup that was served cold. But I always just assumed that it would be a situation where you put together this soup, you cook your soup, and then you just let it cool off and you chill it before you serve it. Right?
Yeah.
Nope. It never gets cooked in the first place.
So it's just all these cold, or everything just put together at room temperature?
Yeah, it's essentially it's essentially a vegetable smoothie in a way.
Yeah.
You take like tomatoes, onions, green peppers, some other stuff, some garlic, a bunch of other things, and you throw it in a blender. That's pretty much it. But I mean, there's a lot of little ingredients like little spices and vinegar and lemon juice, and it's got a really nice flavor.
Neat.
Have you leveled or?
Yeah, I was waiting for you. Did you get the heavy Hosta of Destruction from that one quest? Or did I pick that up only?
I don't see one.
Here's this. So what we got for defeating that one...
It's not bad.
Yep. I haven't leveled yet. I was just looking around.
Okay. Well, I just asked because you were just standing there.
Oh no, I was trying not to do anything so you could finish your thought and not
I can
be
stab people.
uber distracted.
it's okay. But yeah, anyways, the gazpacho is quite tasty, so considering throwing together another batch of that.
Yeah. I wanted to try it. I swear I saw like Alta Brown or somebody make it on Food Network, and I was like, I kind of want to try it. I've heard about it, and you know, I want to be more. What's the best way to say this? Risk taking with some of the food I try.
Uh-huh.
So I want to try some stuff that normally would be kind of in my weird area. Like I haven't tried pho in years.
Tried what?
Pho, I think
Oh,
a lot of
pho.
people call it, but it's pronounced pho. If you go really technical and like the proper pronunciation.
Funny thing is, I've heard a Vietnamese person say it, and it's not.
It just depends on the area, it seems. A lot of people will get mad at you and it's like it's pho. All right, I don't care. Just serve me this goddamn noodle soup.
I love that stuff. I've never made it, but I love it.
The last place I tried it, it was a place that got seems like it got shut down shortly afterwards for health violations.
Oh, rough. We've got a lot of pho places here.
Yeah, like we have an
I
area.
found my favorite already, so I just go there.
Yeah, and like one of my previous little weekly vlog updates, we went to the Asian market.
Yeah.
And in there is actually a like food court or food restaurants and stuff for the area. And people were like, okay, there is there's many places in there. One of them was the Mr. I think it was like Mr. Foes, but it had a question mark at the end. Mr. Foe? I'm like, I really don't want to eat at a place that makes me question. What am I like?
Makes
everything.
you question, makes the owner question.
Yeah. So we tried it, and I have never actually again eaten at a place that made me wish for gas station food.
Well, now you know why they're questioning. It's like, I don't even know if this is pho we just cooked. What is
Well,
this?
it's like one of the things every time I see it, it's like the noodles look nicer than what we ate. The meat and everything looks properly cooked versus this place where the noodles was in a giant ball at the bottom.
Oh.
The tripe looked like it was barely even touched in cooking. And I'm just kind of freaked out by that one.
Sounds nasty.
Oh, it was. I was the only one brave enough because I've had a tripe before.
No, I just mean all of it overall.
Oh yeah, no, overall it was fucking horrid. But it's one of those things like we haven't tried it again. Bug's a little kind of freaked out by it, but I'm like, I'm willing to retry it. I just need to find a place that I believe won't try to poison me.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys need to come on a vacation up to Ottawa. I know a good place to go.
Well, if we can get some money and everything set up, yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
That and our passports.
Especially, it's in our. Ironically enough, it's in our Chinatown area, which is, you know, pho is not actually Chinese, so there's no reason why it would have to be there. It's a really nice dim sum place I went to when the family was visiting as well.
See, I want to try dim sum too.
It's one of those things that I never really liked as a kid, but now I quite like it.
I'm a little afraid to retry some of the things that my family had as a kid that I never really liked. Menudo being one of them.
What is it?
Menudo, it's a soup that has like a bunch of leftover parts of a pig, including the feet.
Ah.
And it essentially, what I usually describe it to people as, is it's just fat soup with spices.
That sounds like a good Asian soup.
It's Mexican.
Yeah, but Asian soups are like that too.
Yeah.
Not enough energy.
But
They
I'm
like
saying
their animal feet soup.
yeah, so do us Latins. apparently. But that's one of the things of like the kids never really like menudo. Mm-hmm. It's an older person's food in a weird way.
Wait, as gross as what it is sounds like, it sounds like it would be tasty.
The spices were pretty good. That's the only thing I really drank was the broth. Yeah. I could never bring myself to eat the stuff in there because it just tastes like pure fat.
Oh, too much fat, yeah.
And my
I think I might have had that once actually. I remember going to a little like mom and pop style Mexican place once.
Yeah.
And having a soup that sounded very similar to that.
Yeah, it's fairly common if you get traditional Mexican restaurants, like where they will actually be like a family running it.
Yeah. I don't remember what the rest of my food was like. I just remember I didn't like the soup.
What I like
it really was just it just tasted like a bowl of fat.
We have a stew that's called caldo, which is just giant chunks of like meat and veggies and everything in there.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that is. I loved that one, and they never wanted to make that one because they're like, "Oh, it takes so long." Menudo takes twice as long, people. But one of the things I really love that I'm looking up recipes to make either before or after we find out if we're moving and if we move, yada yada yada, is barbacoa.
Yeah,
because that is a great thing. It's pulled beef. So that's pretty much it. It's just pulled beef with some spice in there, and I always love it because it's great with tacos.
You coming into the tomb?
1 second. Sorry, let me make Phil a little bit better. There you go.
I'm not angry at you, Phil. I just want you to be better.
I believe you can do better, Phil. Don't punch at me, you ass. Phil. Attack.
Yeah, that burrito place I tell you about now and then. One of the options you can have for your meat filling is barbacoa.
Oh, you gotta try it. If you haven't.
It's good. Although I prefer the carnitas.
Yeah. I just like barbacoa because it was a Sundays when I went to church with my folks. That was the only time you could get it in most places was Sundays. And I really miss a decent barbacoa down here. Annoys the crap out of me. That I'm like, there's no. Most of the food I get around here is like cheapened or the basic ones because it's hard to run a Mexican restaurant in this state.
Why is that hard?
Not a lot of call for it outside of like Taco Bells and shit like that.
That's a shame. One of the things I like to do is if I had a chance to go to like an authentic Mexican restaurant that wasn't just like fast food, then I generally like to try the stuff that's not the super stereotypical stuff you get everywhere else.
Yep.
I mean, I love me some tacos and burritos, but if you got some sort of unusual thing on your menu that I've never heard of before, I'm gonna have that.
Have you ever had an enchilada?
Yeah, those are really good. Enchiladas are one of my favorites. But I mean something that would be even more unusual than that.
Yeah. It kind of does become an issue. Like if you start looking like that, it's like, what? Oh crap! I gotta sell a lot of stuff.
Do you have any essence of Achilles on you?
Let's see.
Of the Valor of Achilles. It looks like a helmet with a plume.
Prometheus Flame, Boar, Bat Fang, Artemis Bow. Yeah, Hermes Sandal. So nope. You need a Bat Fang, didn't you, for your?
Did you say yeah? Nope.
Yeah, I said yeah. Nope.
Okay. I've got a Bat Fang already.
Oh, here's another one.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Selling shit.
And by one, I meant a completed one.
Oh, sorry.
Well, There's no reason to apologize over it. Wait, yeah, I've got one out of 3 Valor of Achilles. But yeah, enchiladas are amazing.
Yep. Tamales can be pretty good.
I don't think I've had that.
Oh,
I've heard of it,
okay. Yeah, we're still stuck down here, and for some reason you decide to come visit the South.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you would, but if you did,
if I was feeling
I'd have to get you.
Yeah.
I'd have to get you some tamales.
Or if you know a good recipe, to send that.
It is a bitch to make because you have to make the masa.
Okay.
It's a lot of work for it. Is the issue?
Actually, yeah, that's one thing. Another thing I was assigned at the college for that same practical class.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of those. It's a big pain in the ass things. Is one week I had to make empanadas.
Yeah.
That was a pain in the ass. They were really good though.
Yeah.
But making them was a pain in the ass.
No. The main reason I say this is a pain in the ass because it was a full night of the family making tamales for Christmas and stuff like that.
So what is it that's a pain in the ass about it though?
Just making the masa, which is like you have to husk a bunch of corn. You have to make the basic whole thing that holds all the filling from scratch because crap, it's like cornbreading type stuff that I can't remember how it's made because I never had to make it myself.
Okay, so it's filling inside of a cornbread stuff. Yeah, I can see how that can become a pain. That's kind of That's kind of similar to what the problem with empanadas was.
Yeah, and the filling can be like anything. There's beans, there's beef, there's stuff like that. If you do jalapenos, you know the basic rule: never touch your face.
Yeah.
But it was one of those. Then you have to put it in a corn husk and let it boil for a good while.
Sounds nice, but
it's nice, and I really loved it when. No, that's why I said it's usually a family. Like it's a whole night of just doing this crap.
That's one of the reasons why I like Gazpacho, because it's so goddamn easy to make.
I love stir fry because of that. I am that simple of a person.
No, stir fry is pretty legit.
Do you need a health potion?
I'll take one.
'Cause I'm at 81.
Holy shit. No wonder you keep dying. You haven't been drinking any of them.
I just realized my right click is now for potions.
I can get rid of these lessers. They're below me now. Snooty snoot snoot. Here, I should send you a Gazpacho recipe. It's so tasty.
Yeah.
You got a blender?
Oh yeah, we got a decent blender. That's usually what I make my protein smoothies in. I'm so fearful I'm becoming a dude, bro. I got my protein smoothie after I did, my gym time. Trying to get swole train.
Don't worry. If you ever say that unironically, I will smack you.
You will. Will you do the video that I keep making fun of that Laura has to do? Fly, just record yourself going to the airport, flying, view outside, drive up to wherever I am, knock on the door, answer. Oh hey, what do you do? Pank.
Smack.
Walking away.
Walking away. Back on the plane.
Exactly. She keeps threatening NPC whenever we do Minecraft. I'm like, yeah, you need to make this video. If you ever decide to take a vacation to Ohio for some reason, self-hate.
I'd rather go to Lithuania. I have a feeling that Outrider's tunic is not going to be your size.
9 pierce damage. I could wear it. but it wouldn't do me any good.
I assume it's probably more of a physical thing than a magical thing.
You don't know me.
You don't know me. I do what I want.
It's my hot body. I love the fact that our fights are usually set up things, let Phil go in, and stand back mostly.
Yep. Well, for you especially, that's how your fighting style should be. You're a mage. Your life is stand back and stay away from the hitting. Energy potion. Yoink.
I'm trying to get better about that.
I mean, you should maintain some supply of them on you, but you probably don't need them as much as I do overall.
Yep.
But I would say keep at least 10 or 20 of them for emergencies.
Ah, like this, where Phil just instantly died. Summon new Phil. Fire shotgun.
I think we would have just gone in drastically different directions.
Fire shotgun.
Yeah.
There's like so many spirit
Help, I'm
boars
covered
here.
in horse.
I have like 20 spirit boars just following around. It feels like.
I have 5 horsemen just rubbing themselves all over me.
Oh, ho, ho.
Sounds like a good Saturday night.
Okay. Lesser energy potions. Come here. I need you.
Why?
I need energy potions.
Yeah. Like I said, you need to have a few too. Unless you got like 50.
Nope. Only 18.
Keep them. Okay, Outrider's Tunic. What's your deal?
Oh. That was annoying,
That's
to say the least.
Outrider's Tunic is pretty nice, but I'll lose even more health regen if I put that on. I learned my lesson.
Did you?
No. Not really.
Okay, as long as you're truthful about it.
Never. Can't make me.
So me and Bug had dinner with some friends yesterday. Oh my god, I forgot. I get reassured as to every time like why I don't want kids.
Oh, God.
They have like a 2.5-year-old. Oh.
Terrible twos, huh?
Yep. Because we took them to a Mexican restaurant I really love around here because they're Vietnamese and they love coming down and coming to the Vietnamese place in the one area. And it's like, let's try something a little bit different this time, huh? You guys really haven't had it, so I'm having to sit there and explain like what are refried beans.
Delicious is what they are.
Yeah. Mixing the just basic queso and the salsa together makes a really good, concoction.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, oh, what is this? Oh, fuck. How to explain it without using Spanish words because English is not your first language. Okay.
But Spanish is definitely your never language.
Yep.
Spanish, not even once.
Like, trying to explain what a mariachi band is to them.
It's when you get 5 Reapers together and they don't have anything to shoot.
Except the freaking bells on that one level.
Yeah, that's funny. Also, I am amused by the fact that the actor for Reaper is actually Mexican. Or at least it looks like it anyway. Actually, a lot of the Overwatch actors look like their characters, except for your favorite piece
Great.
of chocolate.
What?
Your favorite piece of chocolate? Torbjorn.
Oh, Toblerone. Yeah. Which apparently people are losing their crap about that because they've changed the design of those.
Of what?
Toblerones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently they're like making them.
Are they dwarf shaped now?
No, the turret shaped.
That was gonna be my
Not
next
enough
guess.
energy.
Not enough energy. Goddamn, get drinking. Bust out the Red Bull.
It gives you wings.
That is silly of them, though, considering the shape of those chocolate bars is like one of their points of fame.
Whoa.
But yeah, that little video of all the Overwatch actors meeting up at BlizzCon was entertaining.
Yep. Especially since apparently people in some of the, like, there's a crap ton of versions of it.
Okay, I've only seen the one.
Well, it's the same video, but, you know, people downloading, re-uploading to try and get their channel there or to earn money off it type thing.
So not really versions, just re-uploads.
Yeah. There's, like, some of them, they'll sit there and, you know, this is so-and-so, her voice is so-and-so, this is so-and-so. And one of them's like, what the hell, May wasn't in there? What the... I see.
Right
It's
at
like,
the very beginning.
she was the little
She was the
Chinese
first
chick.
one. Okay, you obviously don't play Overwatch if you don't recognize who sorry is. Gosh, she was tiny, wasn't she? Holy shit. Okay, 1 second.